guys.
Hola.
Hey, have you guys ever taken the Harry Potter test to see which house you're in?
Like, forever
Yeah.
ago.
The one on Pottermore?
Yeah.
No, BuzzFeed.
You know what D&D class you would be if you were a Gryffindor? You'd be a
Paladin.
wizard. You know what class you would be if you were a Slytherin?
Probably still a wizard.
Wizard. They're all wizards. I've been waiting like a month to tell you guys that one.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I kept forgetting. I can't hear you, Robbie. It's been a while.
Can you guys hear me good?
Better.
Yes.
Is it good enough, or do I need to go up?
It's good.
No, you're good.
All right, cool. All right. Your beard's very disappointing, Vinny.
Dude, I had to do it, man. It got too out of control.
I'm actually on the verge of about to do the exact same thing to mine. It's getting a little bit.
Like, I had so many, like, barbers cut it, and they just couldn't get it right.
Yeah. All right. How was you guys' Christmas?
Pretty
Jake's head. Okay. Well, I got a coffee mug that has like Lego stuff on the outside so you can build stuff onto it. I'm really excited about that. I'm gonna definitely I gotta go find my old Legos and do something with it because it's gonna be so cool.
Dude, that's awesome.
I got in total between all of Tiff's family, 36 pairs of superhero socks.
I think you're set for like a decade.
Oh yeah.
It's like when they only
Oh,
know
shit.
one thing about you, and they roll with it.
Yeah, basically.
Oh Lord.
Oh, guys, I got the cry cut. It's like,
Oh yeah.
it's right up there on top of those lockers.
Okay.
It's so
Yeah, I saw
cool.
this stuff.
I've been
That looks
making like
awesome, dude.
stickers all weekend.
Stickers, nice.
Yeah. I can do other stuff with
Right.
it too, but stickers are the coolest right now.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Oh my goodness.
That makes you one crafty motherfucker.
Makes you what?
So,
Makes you one crafty motherfucker.
Sure. This bitch loves a
All right.
craft.
welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons. Let's get in it, boys. So last time we left our intrepid adventurers, you guys had found a hideout down in the first layer that appears to be home to a lot of raiders who were using it as their point of entry into the abyss, as well as a type of storage for various nefarious potions and ill-gotten goods. So at that point, you guys managed to barely escape before the place blew up and have camped out in front of the place overnight, taking a long rest.
Oh, gotta make sure I do that.
It is now morning. The sun is shining. The tank is clean. So yeah, you guys wake up and it's a beautiful morning. Let me see. There it is. All right, and nothing happened overnight, so you guys are good.
Okay, Okay, cool. I wanna roll to put more random shit in Bjorn's inventory.
Okay.
I don't know what I have in my inventory. I can't load it.
Oh, dang.
He just puts like random rocks and stuff he finds.
Yeah.
It's
Random
really to make you
pieces.
stronger.
All right, so Bjorn, add a pound of rock to your inventory.
Good, because I rolled a 21 for stealth. He didn't catch it at all.
Oh, guys, I'm recording this, by the way.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I mean, we didn't do any or say anything bad, but you know, I just got your message.
We didn't say anything like fuck, shit, or anything else.
I said bitch, but you know, who cares?
Oh. Oh man.
If us recording it is going to mean that I have to like watch what I say, then the rest is just not recorded.
No, I get.
Just so like I can
So-
upload it and we have like a timeline if we ever wanted to go back and rewatch it, you know?
Just lost my character sheet. Just
Oh
disappeared.
no! I have your character sheet pulled up on my computer. I tried to export it, but it didn't work.
It's so weird.
So I can see your character, but you
Yeah.
can't.
Great.
That's fine. I trust you.
All right. So I've got a small map I threw together on D&D Beyond, so we can at least use that for kind of a point of origin and help you guys get a better idea of what this cave looked like. I love the pumpkin sticker. Did you do that yourself?
I did.
Nice.
I can tell.
You seemed very proud about it, so I figured
Yes.
that was the case. No, man. All right, so what do you guys want to do?
So we're right outside of this cave, right?
Yep. So, you guys managed to just camp out overnight right in front of it. Nothing seemed to bother you guys or provoke you during the evening. So, you don't have any kind of threats at the moment.
So I wake everyone up and I say, all right, guys, what's the plan? Do we try to infiltrate? Or do we make our way to the second layer? We've kind of seen everything that's on the first layer here.
Well, I feel like everything that was in that cave is no longer in that cave. I mean, the whole thing kind of is full. And I mean, we were supposed to be going to the second layer anyway, right? We just got side quests.
Aye. So we've
I
got
think we just came here for Dragon Essence, and I think we went where we thought it would be, right?
We just knew there was something here. We came to investigate.
Well, we've kind of mapped out the whole first layer, so we've kind of seen
Yeah,
it
I
all
think
at this
we're
point.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah, I'd say the only part that you guys haven't spent an extensive amount of time in is the crag, but you guys got to encounter Saces there, so that was interesting.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
That's his face.
what are you, so what kind of Jerry are we going to have today? What's this Jerry good at?
You know, if I could pull out my damn character sheet, I could tell you.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
All of us?
Yeah. You guys are all just chilling, talking. So I'd
Is it
say you all.
side-based?
I think this sound.
Okay.
Can you remind me what my perception modifier is? I don't know if I even have one.
For you, +0.
Great.
I rolled a 16.
I rolled it.
All right.
I got 17.
16, 8,
17.
17, and a 17. All right. So, Dr. Asher, as you're sitting there talking, you can't hear anything over your own voice, so you're just really enthralled in listening to yourself talk. Everyone else is able to just very faintly hear what sounds like footsteps in the cave, but they appear to be getting fainter.
Huh.
Do you hear that?
I do. It sounds like something's going away in the cave.
What?
There's something in the cave, but it's not coming towards us.
I think something was watching us. Now that we're awake, trying to get away. We should go find it.
Rill, turn into a cat.
Wait, did my familiar die last session?
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So,
Every time I have a chance, I'm gonna kill him.
all right, I spend like, while we're like getting up and getting settled, I like can I spend like an hour as a ritual to summon him?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say that it can be kind of like part of your morning routine as you're waking up.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Takes him an hour to get ready.
Yeah.
You guys are sitting there just like tapping on your wrists, looking at him.
I poop one out.
You squat down and a large raven just starts to slowly slide out of your rectum.
Yep. Had to lay the egg real quick.
If the raven's coming out of your rectum, that means you either put the egg up your ass or you ate it.
Oh, it's, all the magic inside of me just like turns into a solid clump.
Gross.
I gotta get it out somehow.
No. Oh, yeah. All right. So you guys hear a mysterious sound further in the cave. You see a very disturbing sight of Asher excreting a raven. And you have a nice morning coffee as you guys chill out by the fire.
While we watch him take his shit. It takes him so long.
This is free?
He's literally pushing for an hour.
That's what takes so long.
He's really got to nurse it.
Oh!
He doesn't have anything to hang on to power squeeze.
I'm like ripping out pages from my spell book to like wipe.
That's gross.
Well, it's canon now. That's how he summons his. How he summons his familiar.
Two of us have like crazy shit-related things.
Eventually, Bjorn will get really scared and he'll shit literal bricks.
A literal brick. All right.
So what's the plan? What's the move?
We should go
Let's
see
go
what
find
that
these
is.
You guys are gonna go ahead and start moving in.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's investigate.
I think I've given everybody the right permissions to move characters around in here.
Oh my god!
Want to go ahead and start doing?
How'd you do that?
Well,
Did you guys see
How to do
that?
what?
A D20 just rolled on my screen on roll 20.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
does that.
Did he not know?
I forgot on those.
What?
Oh, there it is.
Nat 20!
You haven't seen that? Oh, that nice. All right, you guys are all dead.
That was so cool. It just like rolled right across my screen.
Oh yeah, I think I have a setting turned on to where it'll actually show the die. I don't know where that setting is though.
That's
But yeah,
so cool.
all right. Let me get
Under
the
settings.
reveal thing ready. I'm just gonna start revealing places as you guys go deeper.
Cool.
All right, now are you guys sneaking?
I'm always sneaky.
Sneaky deaky.
All right, well, give me some rolls then.
Woohoo!
Look at that, there's a die on my screen.
Nat
18.
Wait. Yeah, nat 20. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, does my role require being quiet or being unseen?
Whichever you prefer.
And I get advantage.
Well,
I'm going to be quiet.
I guess I
12.
I don't know, because I can't really say one way or another because it's kind of reliant on both. Yeah, you
Well,
could
I'm rolling
be
that 20, so.
not visible, but you could be really loud if you want, and that's not really good.
Well, I rolled a nat 20, so it doesn't matter.
Plus
Okay.
6.
Me too.
He is so stealthy.
We're like stealthy friends together.
The stealth boys.
Stealth boys.
They're so stealthy they can't find each other.
Hey, Robbie,
He's on fire. I can find him.
Hey, buddy.
can you give me a really quick visual description of the dragon portal thing again?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. So yeah, and I'm trying to like remember exactly what my initial vision of it was, but I had like, for some reason, I always go back to like a Stargate as like my base image, and then I like, rather than symbols and stuff on the sides, it's dragons in various places. I kind of was playing with the idea of it just being like one dragon, and it's like it kind of looks almost like the chest of the is the opening to the portal, but they're all different. So like the one that you guys saw at the other place had it was in the ground, and it had the head coming up off the side of it rather than the head of the dragon being on the portal. It was like coming up out of the ground, so it was a pedestal.
But they're all different.
Yeah, so they're all going to look a little bit.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
Let's see. All right, so I don't know what we've got 2 nat 20s and an 18. What was your stealth roll, Bjorn?
I got a 12.
12. Okay. So as you guys start heading down, you don't see anything in this first section here that really jumps out, but you do hear the footsteps just barely out of audible range, or well, just barely in audible range. So just the faintest footsteps.
I keep up with Jerry. Like every step he takes, I'm taking another step.
Okay, I'll feel you.
So, yeah,
And this is that corner that you guys were peeking around whenever you looking for the looking down the hallway to see the guys at the end that were guarding that doorway.
I'm gonna peek
So
around
as you
the
guys
corner.
All right, give me a perception.
Come on, that's 11 plus 3, 14.
14.
All right, I'll peek too because I know I'm being pretty sneaky right now.
Ooh, a good
I rolled a
perception.
21.
I got a 15 on it, but if it's something I have to see, I get advantage, so I can roll again.
Well, you're looking, so that's safe.
You got a point. Well, it's okay. 15 is the best I got.
It's okay. Whatever it is, I saw it.
Yeah, he got a 21. He sees it.
All right. So Jerry and Asher both take a look around the corner, and you just see the very faintest of shadows moving just out of sight. As Rill, you're the one that got the 21?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you take a look, you see what looks like kind of a cattail on this person that's walking away.
Motherfucking Tabaxi.
Kidders!
Son of a bitch.
All right, you guys just want to mild earth this cave shut, say fuck it and go?
Well, close him in.
Yeah, there's an egg.
Yeah, he'll get out. He can get out. He just can't follow us immediately.
Well, we're following him right now.
Yeah, but I mean, fuck the Tabaxi. Following Tabaxi has not been good for us.
We did it
If
once.
that's what you're
And it was
into.
I feel like anytime we're not doing like exactly what Robbie's plan was for the session, I'm gonna see if there's a tabaxi there. Just go randomly on that potion.
Real, turn into a cat and go first.
That's going to be my new tactic. Anytime you guys do one, I'm going to throw a tabaxi at you.
Jerry.
What's the word
let's
for
try
fear
to
of
find
cats?
What's that?
What's the word for fear of cats?
The Cats musical?
That too. Now that's what every tabaxi is. Thank you. They weren't fishing. Now they're that monstrosity.
Oh,
With their
man.
weirdly still human hands. And
Yeah,
why
they
does
still have
that
human
boobs?
hands.
I don't know.
Ew.
And the James Corden one had boobs.
Ew. What? Why do they make that? All right, I take a few steps forward more.
All right. So at this point, it looks like I'm going to go ahead.
I don't want to do this.
So there's that what's left of the wall that was in place with the door. It's completely blown off, but I just went ahead and put it on there so you guys could kind of see what it used to look like based on the previous session. So yeah, you saw him kind of going down this corridor here, heading down this way. So I go ahead and start investigating in that area. I'm going to continue just using you guys' previous stealth rolls unless you want to roll again.
All right.
No.
What's this in here, Robbie?
That's supposed to be a table. It's now in pieces, just completely blown apart. I just drew a circle because I didn't feel like doing more than that.
Okay. I spit on the table.
As you do, what's your AC?
Shut up.
It's not a mimic. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god. The whole cave is a mimic, guys. Like, let's just get out.
You guys are inside a mimic. Ooh, I like it. Very well done.
All right. Okay, everyone's caught up. I spat on the table and I'm gonna try and peek down that hallway.
Can you give me a roll for spit?
Do I add anything
gonna be
to
weird.
it, like my proficiency or anything?
Would you say Asher's proficient in spitting?
No, because he's a fireman.
Set the table
And he
on
can
fire.
like spit fire. How do
He
you
would be
clean your
fire.
how do you clean your doctor's tool? Do you just sanitize them with the heat of your phlegm?
Yeah, I just burn on it. Wait, what do you mean sanitize? Do people do that? What?
He wouldn't know. He lost all his memory.
I rolled a 17. I don't know what to add to it, but I think a 17's pretty good.
The table catches on fire as you spit on it.
I'm cool with that.
It was a great
So,
idea.
I'd say you should see my shits.
all right. So, with this next section, I'm gonna have you guys go ahead and give me another stealth check as you guys move down this hallway. As you guys know, you're probably coming up on the tabaxi pretty quickly.
Natural 20.
Oof.
All right, I'm trying to be super quiet, so I get it on my stealthiness.
I rubbed my
Ooh,
toothpick.
ooh, ooh. I got a
Ooh,
17.
that's
And Vinny got a 7.
yeah.
Oh, wait. I get advantage because of my cloak thing.
I rolled a 12.
Ouch.
Oof.
Robbie, do you want me to
12
roll
plus something.
No,
Wherever you want to, it doesn't matter.
Oh, 18.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna roll on roll 20 just because I like physical dice. So
I do too.
I do too. It's just fun to see it roll across the screen.
Bud.
all right. So who had the lowest? 12.
12.
All right.
Do you not have any decks, Rill?
I don't. My dexterity is 11. I get +0 to it.
It'd be like that sometimes.
All right. So yeah, go ahead and move your characters down to the end of the hallway. Just stop in right at the end here. As you guys kind of peek out into the opening of the area you were in before. Try and
I'm like right behind Jerry. Like, protect me, friend.
Protect friend.
That's a
I'm
good
gonna wait
place to
till
be, given that you are still my warrior.
all right, so you guys have all reached the opening to the main area that you saw all the stuff in before. I'm going to go ahead and reveal the rest of this.
Cool.
I actually don't have a Tabaxi token. I need to go ahead and get something out. I didn't really think about that. I should have known you guys were going to be encountering this boy. I just need to have one ready at all times.
Yeah, that'd be a good
You
idea.
guys do something wrong, I just throw Tabaxi in the mix. All right, so as you guys come into this area, you see a pretty open area.
This is where the crates were.
Yeah, this is where the crates were. You just see tons of glass and shattered wood littering the floor as it basically just looks like confetti covering the floor. And the Tabaxi is not very quiet at this point on this glass and wood. It's pretty loud. Let's see if I can actually find one. I don't want premium assets. Can't afford that.
If you just like do a cat, that might
Okay.
work too.
I'm down with that.
Trying to draw a cat on there, it wouldn't stay.
From the web.
You never get animals to listen to me. That's what druids are for.
All right, so there's our cat boy.
What the heck? I gotta zoom in on that. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a multicolored cat. It looked like a dirty person from like.
Who's drawing
down.
I mean, he is a pretty dirty person, so yeah. Yeah. You see him. He's actually like up on the wall, kind of like walking around this way, and you see him knocking on the wall as he keeps moving around it.
Is that Bjorn who just rushed up?
Yes, it is. I had a 22, so he doesn't know I'm there. It was a natural 20 plus 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with
Nah,
that,
if you see
So-
me, I don't really care.
I miled over a wall to the entrance of the cave.
Well,
Behind it?
if you're gonna charge in, we're gonna have to do a round at a time.
okay.
Oh,
So you're gonna need to move back to, I think, 5,
I think I was there.
10, 15, 20. Yeah, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Closest you could probably get is about here.
Yeah.
And then I'll need another stealth check if you want to keep trying to be sneaky.
Does anybody have a cucumber?
Stop.
We can just put it behind him and scare the hell out of him.
I mean, you have a bunch of string.
Oh yeah, they might like string.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's not
Can I just,
yarn.
yeah. Can I roll to toss yarn?
Do you, well, I mean, sure, if you want to throw yarn at him.
You guys want to do this?
Cucumber?
All right. I don't hear any objections. So.
No, I'm good with it.
Go for it.
Gonna end there.
All right, so you throw some yarn on the boy.
What is this? Athletics?
Yeah, so this would be an athletics check.
Ooh, it's gonna be good. I got a 9 after my +6.
Wow. Ouch.
As you throw this ball, you didn't pack it very tightly, so the string just kind of like explodes into a kind of hail of string falling all over the place. As he turns to look at you guys, and
Sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
he's just standing there. Kind of as he looks as though he doesn't know what to do. He's kind of like,
I'm gonna cast command on him.
Hi, kidders.
okay. What's the save?
It is DC 13 Wisdom.
kind of low.
I mean, my wisdom's not great compared to my intelligence. I'm gonna tell
okay.
him, stop. I want him to just stay still.
Camera time.
Let's see. I need to find some stat.
Oh, that's app.
Okay.
That's one level spell slot gone.
As I all of a sudden he just continues to not move. He doesn't seem to. He's just looking around, looking at you guys, almost like frozen. Kind of, you know how like when you walk in on a cat that's doing something it's not supposed to, it just kind of like freezes and stares at you wide-eyed.
Yeah.
Hey, Curtis, what are you doing?
I got him,
We should
guys.
surround
Approach. I walk closer and I'm like, what are you looking for? What are you doing here? Is it the same one or is it a different tabaxi?
Give me a perception.
19.
19. All right, yeah, you can tell that it's the same tabaxi based on like the pattern and stuff.
Okay.
He's gonna die.
It looks like you're looking for
I
something.
hold out my potion. I'm like, remember this?
He kind of pauses for a second and wait, what was your initial question?
I said, hi, kidders.
Well, no, Asher.
Oh, my
What was your
God.
initial
Remember
question?
this?
What are you looking for? What are you doing?
I say I'm just checking this place out.
For what?
Looks like you're looking for something. Mind telling us what?
Looking for loot. What are you looking for?
You, apparently. And
Why are you looking for me? Oh, are you still upset about the bottle?
Yes, it killed my first pet. And I like point at Nurse 3.
Well, that's unfortunate. I didn't expect that. That's good to know.
Did you even know what was in that bottle?
Not a clue. I just found it.
And you. Jerry, you should search him. Did he pass?
Well,
Did he?
does Kidders appear armed? Does Kidders appear armed?
Yes, he does. He's kind of eyeing you and your blade, as well as you see his hand kind of slowly motioning towards his side.
Can I use mild earth to move the ground around him to trap his limbs?
His limbs.
Yes.
Well, I told him to
You can
stop.
make the ground difficult terrain, and you could probably like try and throw him off balance. But I think his reaction would be good enough to try and keep himself from getting caught. It would just be difficult terrain.
I can always just
I want to
shoot
try
him
to
with our
persuade him to just talk to us.
little harpoon cannon.
Oh yeah.
As he's just kind of. He looks like he's about to bolt at any second.
Wait, did he
All right,
pass
well,
my
I'm gonna
command?
try to persuade him. Be like, hey, let's just talk. This doesn't always have to end like this. Let's just talk for a minute.
Oh yeah,
That's
it's
a good
definitely an
idea.
I mean, I rolled a 12 for persuasion, so it probably wasn't good enough.
I'll say it's good enough. He's in a bad spot, and didn't roll very well.
Okay, so dude, where do you get these potions?
I find them.
Where do you find them?
Yeah, exactly. Where? Who's making this?
I found them in the shop.
In the what?
In the shop that you guys came to. I found it in there.
The one that you set on fire?
Yes, that's the one.
Hey, Vinny, you said you're recording all these weird faces that Robbie's making right now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's
Okay,
like, yeah,
so you had a ton of them down here. Why did you have a ton of them down here?
I didn't have him down here. I was trying to steal him.
But you knew they were here.
So you're looking for more?
Found out about him.
How'd you find out about
found a note in one of the shops that I burned down.
Okay. What did the note say? Do you have it with you? Can we see it?
It was a receipt. I don't have it.
Okay, a receipt. Was the receipt for that shop or was it for a different shop?
It was for the purchase of this stuff.
Oh my god. I gotta look at my spells.
Okay, I'm getting impatient with Kidders. Does anyone else want to talk to him?
I don't
I'll
have
just-
good intimidation. I can't do
I do.
much.
Well,
Yeah, so he's basically trying to imply that he found a receipt that was associated with this place in one of the shops that had to do with that bottle or potion, and so he's kind of been following the paper trail and got back here.
Okay, then I got a quick question for you, Kidders. You were knocking on the wall. You expecting to find something there?
Maybe.
Well, you look like you were expecting to find something. Hey, Rick,
I don't know.
why don't you try and mild earthing the walls and see if any of them are weird and different?
I was gonna see if I could turn into a bear and scare the crap out
Oh, never mind. Will's going to turn into a bear.
do that. That's so cool. What druid level do you have to be for that?
I don't know. I can't remember what CR they are. I think bears might be too high of a CR. I think they're CR2.
No, because I've considered statting into druid of it just to turn into a bear. Like, that's the whole reason for it.
Totem of the bear, Barbarian.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's funny.
There's
Well,
always
tell you what, Kidders. What if we help you look?
yes. We can make an arrangement.
How much money you gonna offer me? I'm in it for a profit.
How much money am I offering to help you?
Certainly.
I'll tell you what, once we find something, we'll discuss splitting whatever we find.
Very well.
On one condition. You do not sell any of those potions that you find. You just keep them, but do not sell them.
Unless
How am I
you
gonna make
sell them
money?
to us. Unless you sell them to us.
Yes, we will be your exclusive buyers of that potion.
But I need to make money.
And you will.
Give me a persuasion check.
All right, persuade an 8.
Oh, God.
22.
Yeah, let's go with him. I got +1 to mine.
Well, so he's the one that initiated this persuasion, and he just falls on his face. So you're going to have to try and like jump in and help. How does your 22 help in this situation?
I pull out 50 gold and I say down payment.
And he's like, all right, yes, of course.
Okay.
And yeah, you
And
You
I give
were-
him the 50 gold.
Oh, nice. Okay. He is convinced, and he is happy to receive 50 gold.
Yep. And I still have like 100, so I'm not worried about it. And if I need more, I'll just take it from Bjorn when he's asleep again.
All right.
I was going to suggest
So
Bjorn could distract him for you to steal it back. But now I don't know how I feel about that.
but yeah, so he's like, yeah, I think there might be something in the walls. Knowing these raiders, they probably have stuff hidden all over.
Okay. Have you run into this before?
I've dealt with raiders once or twice.
Okay.
I've only been able to find one of their storehouses. This is the second one I've ever found, so this is exciting.
Okay.
Second time for everything.
All right. Okay, well, let's see what we can find.
So can I like go around mild earthing the walls to see if any of them are different?
Ooh, good idea.
Sure. Do you guys want to give me investigation checks as well?
Yes.
Sure.
And give me an investigation check at advantage because you're using mild earth to try and
You say mild.
find it. I'm only ever going to refer to that spell as mild earth from now on.
until he gets a higher level. And we can fight through.
Good thing I had advantage. Okay, 22 with advantage.
I rolled
he
a
Look at that first.
non-natural 20.
Non-natural 20. All right.
I rolled a natural 20 plus 3.
Nice.
Good. Yes.
I rolled
You guys are just
It's been a good night.
in on those 20s.
There go all of our good rolls for this session.
Are we gonna play Tiamat this time?
You guys fight Tiamat now.
Oh god.
No, we find what we're
So-
looking for. We don't find that.
So yeah, you guys all at the exact same time happen to notice right over in this area here something that looks a little odd and out of place on the wall.
Oof.
What is it?
It doesn't seem like a normal wall. When Rills starts to use mild earth on it, it starts to crumble a little bit, as though it's not real stone.
I knew it wasn't real.
Stone.
With my
I like put my hand on it, and it's like a slightly different color. I'm like, see, it's not real.
Stone
So
comes
you
in
guys
many
want to do?
colors. And I'm like, Bjorn, I didn't know you could see colors.
And yeah, as you like knock on it, the tabaxi walks up and starts knocking on it, and definitely has kind of a hollow sound to it.
Ooh.
I can smash it.
Okay, go try that.
Do I roll an attack or athletics or what?
Roll an attack
Yes.
because like walls and stuff. Pretty much anything has an AC and HP. You hit it enough, it breaks.
Okay. Wait, that's a 7 to hit. I mean, it's not going anywhere. So
So yeah, as you go and like swing at this thing, you didn't get really a good angle on it, and your axe just kind of bounces off.
I meant to say 10. It was a plus 7, but I rolled a 3, so a 10. I'm sorry.
I'll go ahead and tell you the AC on this is 12. So if you want to actually
All right.
hit the wall and do damage.
I can roll again.
Bjorn, I want to try something.
All right.
I
Send
take out my.
nurse at full speed.
What was that?
Send nurse at full speed.
No. Nurse is okay. I take out my hammer that I haven't used yet because my hand still has that middle finger on it.
That's right.
I'm gonna try to use this thing. So I'm gonna lift up my
I turned it
hammer.
around the right way in his hand.
He's holding it upside down.
Oh, that makes sense. Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna like swing like a golf club. That's funny. Yeah, this is how we used the hammers when we played croquet at my dad's country club. Thank you.
Sounds
Bjorn.
lame.
Okay.
So he flips it over for me, and I'm gonna try and take a swing at it.
That's a disadvantage because of your hand.
That's fair. Warhammer. Okay, I get +1 to this. So first roll.
Okay. Oh no. Is it crit 1?
No, it's a 3, but because
Okay,
it's
as
a
long as
disadvantage. Damn it! My second roll was a 14. It would have worked.
All right. As you go and like swing at this thing, the tabaxi looks at you and says, "Oh, I got something for that. I can heal your hand. 400 gold."
How much gold?
Don't
do
do
we
it.
have?
You don't have 400.
Do we have 400?
Also, do we trust him?
That's the exact same price he offered you whenever he was masquerading as the
It is.
Oh yeah, the doctor.
the doctor. Yeah.
I just hold my finger up like
Come on, man. 400 gold. It's not that much.
no.
You can do it.
Kidder, hold
No.
that thought.
I've seen how much money you guys make. It's plenty.
No.
Kidder, hold that thought. We'll come back to it.
Very well.
So I like try to take a swing with the hammer, but I do the thing where I like accidentally drop it behind me and bring it Oh, sorry. It's my first time. It's my first time.
If I may,
As
I'm gonna try
Rill
again.
turns into a dinosaur
Recklessly.
and starts walking around. You want to attack recklessly?
Yeah,
Sure, go for it. The wall has advantage on you now.
that's fine. I have advantage on the wall.
Can't I just wild earth the wall away?
Oh yeah.
And that's a 15. I think I hit it.
Yeah, you hit it. But Rill makes a very good point.
What?
What was the point you made, Rill?
Can't I just mild earth the wall away?
Probably.
I can move it. Jerry and Rills are just eating cheese watching this whole thing unfold. This is great, guys.
I got a 13 damage.
13? All right, you see the walls start to crack and cave in a little bit. It hasn't completely fallen in, but you did a great bit of damage. If walls could be bloody, it looks bloody.
And now it is the wall's turn. It's a demon wall.
No,
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Whenever Rill finishes the work, he'll say, "Well, I loosened it for you."
All right, mild earth the wall away.
All right, as you go and raise your hand and cast Mild Earth, the wall falls away and reveals a pathway that leads into a larger. That was entertaining. I appreciate that.
All right. So, Robbie, that was cool.
Yeah,
Just made all that
spent
appear.
like 3 minutes on that.
Robbie's becoming a Roll 20 pro.
Yeah, dog.
You know, Big Daddy.
Is that
All
a
right,
dinosaur or a flaming hot Cheeto?
That's a flaming hot Cheeto, clearly.
Rill is now a flaming hot Cheeto.
Oh boy.
It ain't easy being cheese.
Oh man.
Are those bookcases, Robbie?
Yeah, so those are supposed to be bookcases. And there's a desk in the center there.
I see those bookcases and I instantly get hard.
All right. Everybody else, give me a perception check.
Bjorn's always hard. He's a rock.
That makes sense. Oh damn! I rolled a 2.
Oh,
I got
so did
14.
I.
Shout out to the 2 crew.
16.
Okay. What'd you get, Bjorn?
I got a 2.
What'd you get, Jerry?
14.
Okay. So Jerry and Rill, you both notice a very small but distinct kind of like hitch appear in Asher's cloak as he looks over at the bookshelves.
So Asher doesn't even notice it. He got a 2.
Yeah, Asher didn't notice it at all. So yeah, as you guys take a look, the first thing that really stands out to you is that on this desk there's a ledger. Looks like it's full of manifests as far as sale logs and shipment logs and stuff like that. The walls seem to be filled with bookshelves that cover anything from fantasy novels to teen fantasy novels all the way up to nonfiction.
And smut. So much smut.
Yeah, there's a decent amount of smut there. As Jerry or Asher, you actually see a book about tentacle point up on the wall.
Can I try to sneakily put it in my bag?
Sure, go ahead.
No,
Give me
I
a sleight of
grabbed it
hand.
and shoved it in his bag. Here you go, buddy. It's anyone keeping an eye on the tobacco.
Wait, I want to sleight of hand this. Oh shit! That's an 18 plus 1.
Give me a perception, Jerry.
Are you stealing all this porn? I rolled a 20.
God damn it.
So as Asher goes to put the book into his bag, Jerry, you just like at the very last second, you see as it's going in the word tentacle porn written across the title of this book as it enters his bag, and then you and Asher make eye contact.
I do this. My middle finger.
And I just give him the nod, like, yeah, son.
Can I search? Is this a desk in the middle?
Yeah, so that's a desk there, and then 2 bookshelves. Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Let's see. I want to see if there's any drawers or whatnot on this here thingy.
Okay. Yeah, let me know what you guys are investigating, and then just roll for it.
I got another nat 20.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, I got an 8 for investigating the desk, so I didn't see anything.
What about you, Asher?
I got a 14.
What are you investigating?
Oh, I really am investigating this bookcase over here. I'm looking for any kind of like magical looking books, like maybe even like a history book or anything that looks like it doesn't belong.
Okay. And then Bjorn, what specifically are you looking for?
I was searching the desk, just seeing if there's any information there, maybe about what was going on here. Like the guy said, he got his potions here, so I thought maybe there'd be like a log about what was coming in and out, shipments, money, whatever.
Okay.
A recipe.
And
Ledger.
right. And Rill,
Money.
what were you investigating?
I'm investigating the tabaxi, make sure it doesn't do anything.
Okay, so you're just keeping an eye on the tabaxi.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And Jerry, you rolled terribly, so you just get caught up reading a teen fantasy novel.
Nice.
He reads it's
Is
Twilight.
it about werewolves and vampires?
Yes, it's about werewolves and vampires and the forbidden love between them. So yeah, I'll start with.
You should be with Jacob.
I'll start with you, Bjorn. So as you start to take a look through the logs and stuff that are on this desk, you actually notice as you start to kind of like pay attention to where these are going, some of them appear to be going to different shops within the city. But that's not where a majority of these shipments are going. Most of them are being exported out off the island into various countries. Most of the names that you see are actually famous generals and military leaders that are purchasing these.
Oh.
And as you take a look, you see as you're digging through, what was your roll again? It was pretty high. It was like a 20-something.
Natural 20 plus 3.
That's right. So as you're digging through, you go back like months into this ledger as you're digging deeper and deeper, and finally you find a single reference. But as you're looking at it, it's a symbol drawn on this that is almost impossible to see, but you just barely catch it in the margin of this ledger. You recognize it to be the symbol of Bondru.
Oh.
Doing. Doing.
How do you spell that again?
BONDREWD, I think that sounds right.
That sounds right.
And that's the guy with the laboratory who's doing the experiments, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the guy who's making Jerry comics.
Yeah.
So the reference that you see there is actually for the very first import that this they purchased these potions from.
So the
Where
potions. Go ahead.
Wait, so they got the potions from Druid, you're saying?
Yes.
And he's
Uh,
saying them
After that, all of the references have been stricken, so nowhere else does it show where they were purchased from, but you found the only reference that shows where it was originally purchased from.
All right, I'm gonna get Jerry's attention. I'll just put my hand on top of the book he's reading. I'll say, "Look at this later. I have something that interests me." And I'll show him and I'll explain what I found.
Okay.
Most likely astonishment.
Are you astonished?
Oh shit! I know that guy. That's not. It's the artificial purple man.
But yeah, that was an insane roll, and that 20 definitely made a big difference. Okay, so Asher, you're taking a look through the
bookcase.
thing there, bookcase. So you said you're looking for what in particular?
Like any kind of like books about magic or any books about history or anything that looks like out of the ordinary, like it doesn't belong, you know? Like why is there like Twilight in the historical fiction section? You know?
Why are all the mystery books turned around?
Mystery.
So as you take a look, you see a book. Let's see. Frederick Flanders' Fantastic Flan.
Fantastic.
It's a cookbook. Flan. It's a cookbook on how to cook flan. But you sense kind of a magical aura coming from it. And it definitely doesn't seem in the right spot because it's right next to all the Twilight books and the teen romance novels.
Yes.
So that definitely kind of piqued your interest that it was in the wrong spot.
I take it out and first thing I do, instead of like pulling it straight out, I do that thing where like you pull it by the spine in case it opens up a secret door. My dad has one of these, and if you pull on the right book, it opens up his liquor cabinet. I got into it a lot when I was younger.
As you pull on it.
Wait.
Oh, where'd you get your memories?
Oh wait, never mind. I don't know why I'm doing this. Weird. Why would I be doing this? This is so weird.
So yeah, as you pull on it, like kind of trying to trigger something, the book just kind of like falls out into your. But as you get a better look at it, you start reading through the directions on how to make flan, and you, as a somewhat scholared man, I recognize that this is definitely not how you make flan.
These directions aren't in Spanish at all.
Flan is delicious, and this doesn't even call for sugar.
Maybe it's encoded. It's a secret flan.
Maybe it's a recipe for how to make these potions. Does the tabaxi react when I say that?
Not really. He's actually more interested in the ledger that Bjorn found, as you see him kind of like looking over their shoulders and taking notes as he's looking at the names. He's looking over Jerry's shoulder as you're showing it to Jerry because he overheard you mentioning it. Now
if I see him, I'm gonna try to keep it from his sight.
Try to like get
If
right. All right. I take the book and I pack it up and I say, I think we should look into this later. Maybe when we get back up to the surface level, we can see if this recreates that potion, and maybe we can figure out how to destroy it.
Sure.
Can I find any gold in the desk? By the way?
Yeah, give me just a second.
Yeah.
You guys can go ahead and talk about your fan theories for this Twilight saga that you found in the bookcases. I look for this.
I pull a book out and I say, Jerry, have you read Breaking Dawn? But it's D-O-N.
Is that the sequel to New Moon?
Yeah, Nude Moon. Yes, Nude Moon.
No, I haven't.
Oh no!
Just a heavy sigh.
I look around and I'm like, I've been told that it's worth a read. I've been told by people. People tell me it's good.
Who are these people? Are they you?
You know, just people that are around.
How do you remember that? You've been with us the whole time since you got your memory back.
You know, people in the town. You know, word gets around. I hear they're making a play about it.
All of Asher's backstory is just totally useless now.
Unless something rises.
Yeah, I like read it and I'm like, I know I didn't read this book, but I surprisingly know everything about it.
Yeah.
So as you
grab that tentacle form.
What? I don't have.
I'm like, oh, it's not the first time you've done this. And I reach into my pack and I pull out the tentacle form I have and I open it up to where you can see in this beautiful calligraphy, proudly possessed by Dr. Asher Kellum. If found, please return.
That's not my signature. I don't know what that is.
He's a doctor. He has chicken scratch for his signature.
Yes, but he commissioned this beautiful, like just. What would it be? A patents of ownership here? Patents.
So as you guys start to take a look around the room, you find various things, strewn about. Small electrum cloth ribbon. So it's just a small piece of ribbon that appears to be woven electrum. Let's see. On one of the bookshelves, you find a small silver mirror made out of pure silver. You find some pewter gauntlets. And do you guys want to do one more investigation check for any kind of like treasure or hidden stuff?
Nat 20.
Hell yeah, dog.
Okay.
I rolled a 16 plus 6.
16 plus 6, okay.
Investigation.
I got a 5.
5?
Almost rolled on roll 20 this time, just to see. I'm gonna do it anyway, just because I'm curious now.
Just to see.
11.
Oof.
Yeah, not much better.
Well, I have it would be a 13 because of my modifier.
Oh, true.
So, let's see. What was yours, Asher?
22.
22. So as you start digging around, you end up finding, let's see, 2 sacks full of what appears to be mithril. Like someone was about to make some chain armor out of it, but it's not complete. So you got probably enough for either a weapon to make out of it or an actual chain shirt to make from it.
Okay.
And then you also found a, let's see, it'd be a silver warhammer.
Ooh, okay.
But in the head of it, you see there's a opening in the head where you can see through it, a perfect circle.
Interesting.
Jerry, so with your 20, you let's see, You end up finding 40 gold pieces. You find a staff of carved wood. It's in a very ornate pattern. You can decide what it looks like if you want to keep it or you can just sell it. And then you find a single spell scroll.
Okay. And I don't know what this spell scroll is, do I?
Can you cast magic?
Yeah, I have shield.
Oh, okay. Well, no, then you wouldn't know what this spell scroll casts. But you have multiple people in the party that can tell you, most likely.
That's fair. And I asked Asher, hey, this staff, is it magic?
Can I do an arcane?
As Asher takes a look at it, you can tell that it isn't magical, but it is a relatively valuable piece. It's solid yew wood, so it's a very sought-after piece of wood, but it's also in a very, ancient and beautiful pattern from the drow. So I don't know exactly what that would look like. If you can make that canon later, but you can assume it's probably worth about 25. So if you wanted to keep it and use it for something or sell it.
And then I asked, hey, Magic Boy, what does this scroll do?
Is this a tentacle?
As you guys take a look at the spell scroll, you see it as a spell scroll of Lesser Restoration.
I instantly close it up, and I hold it tight. And
Do you know how to cast that spell?
No.
Okay.
But I can
if you don't know how to cast it, then you have to roll with your spellcasting modifier to see if you can cast it. The level of spell that it is determines how difficult. And if you can cast a spell that you have a scroll for, you just automatically cast it, needing to do anything or using a spell slot.
Okay.
As a druid, I will eventually be able to cast Lesser Restoration.
Mm-hmm. So you could hold on to it and just have like a free, casting of it, or
It's a second level spell. I can cast second level spells.
Okay, so it wouldn't be terribly difficult. I'd say probably a DC 16 to cast. So if you want to cast it on yourself, you can try. The Tabaxi looks over and says, I can cast that.
For how much?
I'll take the 40 gold you just found.
Question.
All right, Asher. I'm going to give him...
Is Lesser Restoration what we need to fix his hand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, Asher. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have him cast it, and then I'll give him the 40 gold after your hand is fixed.
I think that's a great idea. Rill, do you mind just sealing up this room for me, please?
Just in case.
I use the mildest of earths.
All right, kidders. You'll get your 40, and you get to leave once you fix his hand, and we give him the scroll.
All right. As he walks over to you and opens it up, chant, and you see your hands start to glow as slowly the stone flakes start to fall away, and you now have use of your hand again.
I'm like,
Okay.
I liked it better.
I walk
this
over.
way.
I give him the
Money,
40 gold.
please.
I give him the 40, and I shake his hand, and I say, thank you, kidders. This is what a good transaction looks like.
I break down the wall.
All right.
That's what we've done today. Broken down walls and built a new friendship.
Yeah.
As you break down the wall, he says, "I think I've got all I need here. I'll see you guys later. Bye." And takes off as you see him bolt out the door.
Before he bolts, I check my pockets.
Okay. Let's see. You find a little note in there, and it has a heart on it.
Can I tell who wrote it?
Yeah, was it Jerry?
It was Jerry.
Love you, big guy.
I look at Jerry and I just eat the note.
Oh my
That's
god!
good. 'Cause I gave that note a kiss, so now that kiss is inside you.
I look at it. I'm like, wait. Is that one of the papers from my spell book that I used to? Oh boy!
As he's eating it, you see like inscriptions from a spell tome on it. He's eating your spell book.
Before or after I wipe my butt with it? That's what I want to know.
It looked like a fresh one.
Okay.
You couldn't see any turds on it.
Okay, no poop. Good. I would have
That's
felt
good.
bad.
Otherwise, Bill may have needed to make a Constitution save.
I think that, yeah, that would definitely be psychic damage, though.
I'm not resistant to that. Only one I'm not resistant to.
Oh boy. So, did we investigate the bookcase to the right?
I don't believe so.
Can I just look there real quick?
Sure.
Okay. That's a 16.
16. Let's see. As you take a look,
Some of these knowing moves, they have to train to learn.
hang on, let me. What else?
Okay, but we don't explain anything.
This new move is Flame Jar.
Sorry, I'm trying to find something cool for you.
It's basically its version of Quick Attack.
I mean, I'll take what I can get.
I'll say you find,
More tentacle porn.
yeah, mainly. Hidden in one of the books, actually it was a book on tentacle porn and the history of it. You actually find a section shoved in a moonstone in there that looks like it's worth about 50 gold. But it is a very magical stone. You know, it's typically one that would be used for making magical items and such.
Oh.
So, yeah, you could probably sell it for its face value or try and find somebody to do something with.
Okay. I'll make a little note of that. Used to make magical items.
Yeah, so like because it's more in tune with like the Fae, it would typically be associated with like Fae magic.
Okay, cool.
Or you can use it to make a zone.
Hey, who wants to take a level in Artificer? All right.
That's an official class now, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I gotta play it at some point. Next time we do it one shot, I think I'm gonna try and this.
It's cool. The only problem is that they can even at level 20 they can only do 5th level spells.
Well, I think that's kind of the same as a warlock.
Yeah.
So
You know.
they're kind of magic, but not really.
I've definitely been pronouncing it wrong. Thought it was Artificer.
Artificer.
There was a thing in the what was it, the Star Wars Old Republic game, and I always called it Artificer, and
English is weird.
All right.
Is there anything
is.
else in this room, guys, or should we be on
thank
our
you,
way?
Spanish teacher.
I knock over the chair behind the desk. I just kick it over.
It falls on the ground.
All right.
I spit on
Give
it.
me a dexterity saving throw. It's a
Okay.
mimic. No. Guys, give me perception checks based on sound.
Because you knew I was going to ask.
Yep.
19.
I didn't see anything.
Or hear anything.
I rolled a 7.
16.
16. All right. So Bjorn and Jerry, you guys both hear this sound. The only way I can describe it is you just hear a thud, and then a couple seconds later another thud, but this time it's a little bit louder. Pretty faint right now, but it keeps getting louder and louder. Every couple seconds you hear it again and again. And as you listen, you notice that it's not just one. It sounds like it's multiple of them.
Guys, we need to get out now. They're coming down the hole. They're repelling.
Well, let's go.
Are you guys gonna go ahead and take?
I think we're gonna scoot.
All
All right. So as you guys come out of the hidden room and out into the open, you do see what appears to be 8 people rappelling downwards from above.
All right, do we want to pick them off, or do we want to just get at it?
I like stretch out my hands. I'm like, I feel like we could do a little something with them.
Do you want to wait until they're within range? Because the most distance anyone has is 120 feet.
Oh, man, they got some long ass
Yeah,
ropes.
Where are they?
I mean, you guys are really far down. You're in the first layer, so there's a sheer cliff coming down on this side. The Dawn Titan's Descent's the only place that has a kind of gradual decline.
So these boys.
So I think when you guys rappelled down before, it was like 380 feet or something like that.
Probably. Let's just steal up the room and leave them.
Yeah, they don't need to know that we're.
I used a
here, I
slightly
guess.
spicier earth than earlier. I used a slightly spicier earth than earlier.
Okay. So you use medium earth on the wall. It comes up and seals the opening.
I'm going around the corner, leaving. Seal it again.
All right. Sealing up the wall in a couple other places. Let me see. I've got... that I'm going to use. So you seal up the wall here. And here as well, I'm assuming.
Hold on a second. Zooming out. Zooming out. Yeah, that works.
Okay. All right. So, you guys go ahead and start taking off towards the exit of the gate. And at this point, I think we won't need Roll20 anymore, so we can go ahead and just mind's eye the rest of this.
Cool.
You solved my empty cave puzzle.
It wasn't empty at all, was it?
For once, a tabaxi encounter didn't go south.
For
Yeah.
real.
As far as I know. I mean,
And we might have made a friend.
We built
Just
a
go
bridge.
waiting to contact this guy.
He always seems to be in our way, so we'll find him.
Okay, so because Rill was watching the tabaxi the whole time, did the tabaxi try to swipe anything?
You got a 12 on your check, so you didn't see.
that's reassuring.
Yeah. I checked my pack. Do I still have my book?
The Flan book,
Yeah.
Flan? Yeah, you still have it.
Okay, cool. All right. Just wanted to make sure that was still there.
Oh, yeah, I should have mentioned that I put the ledger away in my bag.
Oh, okay.
That was assumed, but
Are you checking for it?
I probably would have wanted to check my pockets earlier.
Okay. Yeah, the book was there.
Good.
Well,
Do I still have the tentacle porn?
You still have the tentacle porn. You actually found an extra book of 10.
An extra one.
Nice. I'll give that one to the doctor when he's asleep.
Oh, thank you. Well, I wouldn't know that it's there.
Just wait until Asher learns Hunger of Hadar.
Ooh. Oh, just you wait, boys.
Just wait until
We mentioned a tent then. All right, so you guys have made it out of the cave with little issue. What do you guys want to do at this point?
I guess now we start heading towards the rat trap.
Well, yeah, make our way
Okay.
to the second layer.
Because we
All right, so not yet, not quite. You did a good job of investigating, though. I'll give you that.
We found out some stuff.
if this was experience based, we would have leveled up for sure.
So
Probably.
as we're walking, I'm like trying to walk and read the book at the same time.
The plan book or the tentacle porn?
The
Are you becoming Kakashi?
no, I'm not. No. He's too cool. I can't ever be that cool.
Just wait until Jiro sees your books. He's gonna love it.
The tentacle porn?
Well,
So-
he's not Jiraiya anymore. He's what's his name? Shikamaru.
Kachigurui.
The ability that I was using there is actually a Jiraiya.
It's a what?
It's a Jiraiya ability.
Is it?
Is it really?
Yeah.
I just remembered Shikamaru. His whole thing was shadows. That's
Right. Yeah, like this one, I can't remember what it was called, but I remember looking it up. But basically, like, if he steps on your shadow, he can control you. But he, like, goes into your shadow and becomes part of it. It's kind of neat. Anyway, off topic.
right again.
Hey, I'm rewatching Naruto Shippuden, so once I get there,
Yeah, I think it's during the fight with Pain that you see that ability.
oh, dude, I just watched a whole arc, and I just found out that it was a filler arc.
You look so disappointed.
Yeah, man, I was like, I know I've seen a lot of this, and it said like my last watched episode was like 70, so I started at like 75. I skipped a few, and I'm like, okay, this arc is kind of stupid. And then I looked up the like anime filler list. The whole arc was a filler. And I just got to the very last episode when I like discovered it. I'm like, God, what a waste of my time. So stupid.
Well, there's I think it's called Naruto Kai, where it's basically like someone went and cut all of the filler out and just like made it purely the show. So
I need to find
if I
it.
find that, I'll send it to you. But yeah, that's pretty good.
I need that.
So yeah, I'll say when you start to look into this book, while walking, you find it kind of difficult to focus on it. You feel like you need to like sit down and spend time with it to really be able to understand what's going on, and try and like connect the dots with some of this stuff. So if you want to do this in the future, it'll be a 4-hour thing where you sit down and you just focus on it. Every 4 hours, you can make a roll, and we'll
Okay.
work through whatever happens there.
Cool.
So yeah, you guys start heading down towards the rat trap. Let's see. If the distance you guys are from it, I need to roll 3 times. There it is. There it is.
Random encounters.
All right. Let's see. Oh, I've just remembered D&D Beyond. Very good.
Oh, mine's okay.
Yeah, I still have mine up.
Yeah, but it's slow. I was going to use it to
Oh, D&D
pull
Beyond.
up a balancer, so I made sure I didn't kill you guys by accident.
Nah, man, kill us. It's all good.
That's not.
You can't kill
I'm
Jerry.
really
Yeah, I'm
on my backup character right now, so I mean, it's no big deal.
Oh, okay, cool.
You guys want to know my backup here?
What is it?
It's a paladin. We can't seem to keep one on the team for very long, and he has like a chain mace flail thing, but instead of like the head of a mace on it, it's an incense burner, and he like burns like holy incense in it.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Whatever race he is, he should be that race man. So if he's a dwarf, he's dwarf man.
I thought about just being Paladin Man 2.0 and making him Warforged.
Oh,
That's perfect.
That'd be cool, man. I want to like play a Warforged so bad.
I know, that would be really cool.
A religious robot, right? But screw it.
Yeah, so the just to kind of give you a better idea, so it's basically the same as one of your other hammer, but it's made out of pure silver, and on the head, like head's normally like this, and then if you turn it to the side, it's kind of just a square like that. The open hole, it looks like a perfect sphere, is on that side of the head where you would like bring the hammer down.
It's like something could fit in there.
Probably. Let's see. Ooh. I like that one. I'm gonna do that. All right, you boys ready?
Yeah.
I need to get my encounter thing. That's not right. Why is this not showing me the thing? You can just counter me right now. There we go. That's what I wanted. So as you guys
Swimsuit episode.
come down, if this thing will load. All right. I'll eventually have an actual encounter for you guys.
So while he's doing that, Vinny, you'll enjoy this. So my boys have gotten very much into Pokemon lately.
Nice.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. All right. I have it now. As you guys are walking through the forest, you come up on kind of a clearing. As you do, you see over in the distance what looks like a nest with some eggs sitting in it. And as you start to walk into this clearing, all of a sudden you hear a roar. As you look up, you see 3 Allosauruses.
Allosauruses?
They exist in 5e. Now, these ones are going to be slightly, homebrewed, but they are pretty close to the original version of them in the core rulebook. But yeah, you see 3 Allosauruses. What's that?
Does Rill know anything about them?
Give me a, what would that be? Nature check. Because this is a kind of exotic creature that you may not or not know much about.
Don't move,
19.
and it won't see you.
All right. Let's see. So, from what you know, they've got relatively high health. Their armor class is only about 13. And you know that if they move more than 30 feet in a straight line towards you, they'll try to pounce on you and deal extra damage.
Okay.
But,
Okay, so I inform everyone of the relative risk.
you know that they're not very intelligent, and that's about all I can tell you.
Are we between them and their eggs?
They are currently there's one to each side of you, right and left, and one straight ahead of you.
I cast what was it? Speak with animals, I think is what it was.
You cast invisibility.
No, I cast speak with animals.
Speak with animals invisibly.
And again, how far are we from the eggs?
You guys are probably about 40 feet from the eggs.
Okay. And they definitely see us, right?
Yeah, they see you guys, and they are currently about to engage.
I will say, in speak with animals, ease. Hail, friends. We are but travelers who seek to make way through your land. We mean no harm. And I'll kind of nudge Rill. I assume he can tell what I'm doing. Rill
Yes.
Yeah.
As long as it's Sylvan, I know what you're saying.
I'm speaking, so.
So these creatures don't speak Sylvan, but yeah, I mean, you can talk to them, Bjorn. Do you have speak with animals as well, Rill?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I thought, never mind.
Do you want to do anything to assist, Rill? As you know, they're very protective, so they're probably being aggressive towards you guys because of the eggs.
Jerry stops walking directly towards the egg.
I motion the others to back away a little.
I do that.
Yeah, because I kind of want to go out there. I've seen Jurassic Park.
So with that, you guys are now starting to back away and Bjorn trying to talk to him. Bjorn, give me a animal handling check.
That's a flat roll. Okay. Do I get advantage on this or anything? For speaking to them directly and trying to be nice and cordial?
I don't think it's quite advantage, but you're getting a bonus that I'm going to account for, and you should be good.
Quick save. Real quick. All right. I got a 5.
Oh no.
Time to roll athletics.
As they don't seem to be phased by your signs of trying to like back off. They continue to step forward as they're still showing hostility towards you. Do you guys want to react? I'll give you about a round before we jump into initiative.
I'll back away and say we're leaving. We mean you no harm.
I mean, we've been back.
Yeah, I'm backing away.
I feel like if they still look aggressive, I'm gonna ready an action, but like behind my back so they can't see it.
Like, I don't want to fight them.
Yeah.
There's 3 of them. 1 would be a big enough threat. 3 of them, they could fuck me up.
So do you guys want to do anything else to try and resolve the tension, or?
I don't know if there's anything.
Are they our only path beyond, or we can go around?
I mean, it's a big forest, so
All right.
there's nothing really keeping you from just sidestepping them, but they're currently aggressive towards you, so until you can resolve that, it's either a chase or a fight, or you guys fix it.
I can't really do anything.
I mean, it seems like, if we're backing away from them, that's like, well, let's just keep backing away. How about that?
Yeah. Back up into the trees and say, I mean you no harm,
Yeah.
we're leaving.
And if they
Sorry,
follow
we-
us into the trees, then boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
You guys know what Allosauruses look like?
They're dinosaurs, right?
Do you remember the, I think it was the thing that I think
Definitely
it killed the
Hunter.
T-Rex. I'm gonna send you guys a photo. Oh, damn it! I don't have the application.
Do they look like flaming hot Cheeto dinosaurs?
Yeah.
There he is.
Hang on. There we go. We got it.
No, they're like extra cool T-Rexes, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. So they're extra T-Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to fight that. No.
How big are they?
They are large creatures. So
Yeah.
take up 4 squares. They're probably standing at about 10 to 12 feet.
If it was just one, I'd say let's run it. But 3,
And they are carnivores, so they eat meat.
Wait, what's in my equipment? What can I throw?
Why don't you give them nurse? Delete it and delete.
But
The nurse as a distraction.
and you can just take a shit.
that's not a bad idea. I'm gonna send. Okay,
Make an offering of nurse.
I say, Bjorn, just catch me in case I pass out. Okay. So while Nurse is within 100 feet of me, we can like communicate telepathically. I'm gonna
Right.
How tall are these things?
About 10 or 12 feet.
I'm gonna have Nurse fly about like 20 feet above and like swipe, dive down low a little bit, and Nurse is gonna like fly in like an arc, trying to reach from one to the other. See if it can get their attention.
Okay. What's Nurse's AC?
Oh god. It's not great. It's 12.
Okay. So what do you guys want to do while swooping around and distracting?
Oh,
Keep
Jerry's
backing
backing up. Jerry came out of.
Should we roll?
Do you guys want to... So you guys are running or just slowly backing away?
I think we're
Slowly. We do
Slowly,
not want to
yeah.
agitate them.
Okay. I guess give me stealth checks if you guys get far enough. But as you guys are walking backwards, you see Nurse dive down next to the first one, which jumps up and misses. It then dives down to the next one, which jumps up again, misses, as it's trying to like bite him out of midair. And finally comes down right above the last one, which jumps up and chomps right down on Nurse and eats it.
I got a 14.
As you see that one then promptly proceeds to carry the corpse of Nurse over to Curse. Carries Nurse over to the egg pile and drops it next to it as it is now standing there. And you have 2 of them now facing you guys.
I got a 19 for
Oh
stealth.
wait,
You got 19.
guys, we have Alchemist Fire. We have the Molotov cocktails.
So we got a 19. What else did you guys?
14.
14.
Wait, are we rolling stealth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a 16.
Okay. As Bjorn and Bjorn was 19. What was yours? Yeah. Okay. Bjorn and Asher, you guys both dip into the forest, and you guys are no seen. But the other 2 Allosaurus are still kind of trained on you, Jerry and Rill. As they're slowly moving towards you guys, but they only seem to be focused on you 2, not Bjorn and Asher.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh my god. I feel if we threaten the eggs, do you think that they'll like go towards the eggs? Like, what if I set the area around the eggs on fire?
I was just gonna try and sleight of hand throw a rock, make a sound in the distance, distract them.
I was thinking of trying to call any birds in the area to have them cloud over and make some noise.
Can you turn into one of those?
I don't have fly speed yet.
Can you turn into an Allosaurus?
I didn't see it on my list.
So you guys want to do those two actions?
Yeah, I try and create a distraction by just like tossing a rock to make a sound.
I call out in Sylvan to any birds in the area to see if they'll fly over and make some noise.
All right. Give me an animal handling, and then you give me a sleight of hand or whatever roll seems to fit for that.
I got an 8, so it didn't go up.
Okay.
I got a 12.
If I keep backing up.
So,
I touch Jerry and I cast guidance on him. Whenever he wants for a skill check, you can roll a d4 and add that roll to it.
You only rolled an 8. It's not going to help.
Yeah.
I don't know. A 12 might be enough.
It's going to be a 9, and you know it.
Probably, yes. Yes! I got a 4, so now I have a 12 for my sleight of hand.
a 12 and a 12. So as you guys go, you call the birds, and you see a couple of birds start to fly in, get the attention of one of the sources. As Jerry, you go and you're about to chuck this rock, and from the speed and angle that you threw it, you definitely feel like you were about to hit one of the birds. But just before it left your hand, you feel the reassuring grip of Asher on your shoulder as all of a sudden you regain focus and you toss it right into the woods off to the side. And the other Allosaurus.
He touched my ass. He did not touch my phone.
As the other Allosaurus, and you guys have a split second to do something to get out of their view. Give me a stealth check.
Wait, just those two?
Yeah, just those two. You guys are already good.
Okay.
You're in the bushes, like whispering to them. Hurry up!
Come on.
It's 15 enough.
15 is enough.
I don't think 11's enough, is it?
No, I think you got a 12 last time, or 14 last time.
Can
The DC's 15.
Can a hand come out and cast guidance again?
If they look at me again, can I wild shape into a spider and just vanish from their sight?
Yeah.
Why don't you just do that?
All right, I'm going to wild shape into a spider.
All right, so you wild shape into a spider and jump on Jerry's shoulder, chilling with your boy Wheels. As you and Wheels share a nice piece of cheese as you're cruising along. And yeah, you guys are able to stealth away and get out of harm with the Allosauruses.
Yay!
So, did they see my
That
brick?
was really bad.
Vinny,
Did they see what?
My brick?
No, you left it at the mouth of the cave.
No, I left another one there.
Oh, you left another one.
Harrowing.
No, I think you're good. They didn't see or smell it because it's a brick.
It's a brick.
So yeah, you guys make it past that. You continue on. You're getting to the mouth of the rat trap, and let's see what is that. As you guys come up to the next section of the forest, you see a group of giant poisonous snakes ahead of you. Each of them are large. Or no, they're medium sized, so they're the same size as you. They could eat one of you, but or probably not Bjorn, but they you see 4 of them. 4 giant snakes. They do not see you.
Do any of you guys speak Slytherin?
I speak everything.
Parcel tongue. That's what I meant to say. We call it something different in Abysmal. My bad.
Abysmal.
Yeah.
I mean, I can How long has it been since we saw the dinosaur?
It's probably been about 2 or 3 hours.
All right, so mine's
Okay.
worn off, but it doesn't matter. I can cast it at will whenever I want.
I go ahead and slap Bjorn's butt and cast guidance.
I don't have to roll anything. It's like a ritual cast.
I know,
Yeah.
but now if you do a skill check, you can just add a D4 to it.
Well, because I
So-
much we just sneak past, and then if they find us, we bother talking after that. They don't see us yet.
Yeah, so where you guys are at right now, you're heading down this one valley that it's going to save you about 2 hours if you go this way. But these snakes seem to be blocking your path. They don't notice you yet. You can continue on and try and resolve this and save yourself 2 hours, or you can work your way around them. At this point, it's probably about 3 or 4 in the afternoon, so you guys are getting close to the time that you need to go ahead and start getting ready to settle in. And you're pretty close to the opening of the rat trap at this point.
Fuck it.
Let's wait. Fuck it. Fight them or fuck it. Sneak by them and save 2 hours.
No, if we go another way, it'll save 2 hours. But if we fight them, we get there now. That's what I'm understanding. Is that right?
If you fight them and go through, you've got like maybe an hour before you get there. If you go around them, it'll be 3 hours before you get there.
Oh, we're fighting them.
Yeah, for sure. And I've been guided.
All right. So how do you guys want to handle this? You see 4 giant poisonous snakes ahead of you.
Let's not dilly dally. Let's fuck them up. How close are all the snakes within to each other?
They're not terribly close to each other. They're a little spread out, but I'd say there are the closest ones are probably about 10 feet from each other. The furthest ones are about 30 feet from each other. So you could probably get 2 of them within a 20-foot radius, 3 of them within a 30-foot radius, and all of them within a 40-foot.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cast. You know what? Fuck it. We're doing Guiding Bolt 2nd level at the one that's closest to me.
Okay. Guiding bolt. What does that do?
Let me see if I hit it first. Does a 16 hit?
It does.
Okay. So Guiding Bolt, it's the one where they get lit up and every attack on them gets advantage until the end of my next turn.
All right.
So this is going to be 5d6 radiant damage. 3, 4, 10, 12, 18.
As you just see this beam of light hit this giant snake, it just starts to writhe in pain. It looks like it's just barely holding on, now glowing, and you guys have advantage on it. Let's go ahead and roll initiative at this point.
Fuck. 5.
6.
Oh!
15.
Let's see, Real had 6.
Yeah.
Asher had 5.
Yep.
Jerry, you had 16.
15.
15.
I'll take the 16 if you want to give it to me.
Not right now. All right. Jerry, you're up first. And you have one of them that looks really bad and you have advantage on, and then 3 others that are untouched.
Okay. I'll go ahead and try and take out the one that's all fucked up looking. So I aim with my crossbow. How far away am I from it?
You're probably about 30 feet.
Okay, I'll stick at 30 feet. So I'm going to go ahead and take a shot. The 10 does not hit, does it?
No, it does not.
That's okay. I can go ahead and use my bolts from the grave.
Hell yeah, dog.
Because it doesn't say I had to hit with my melee attack. I just have to make. Let's see. And a 21 would definitely.
Yes, definitely. Oh my goodness.
So that's going to be 2d6 plus 4 necrotic damage. Oh wait, I forgot. I had advantage on that first attack roll. Hold on.
Oh yeah. You're gonna fuck it up.
You might not even need to use your bonus action for.
Well, I might use it on another snake if the other snake's within 30 feet of me. Snake.
Can you only use it on the same one you used major attack on, or can you use it on?
Nope. It doesn't specify it has to be the same target. It just says it has to be a creature within 30 feet.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Okay, with a 13.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I do hit it with my crossbow. Thank you, advantage.
You're welcome.
So that's going to be 1d8 plus 4.
Got the Cool Ranch Cheeto, Flamin' Hot
Oh
Cheeto,
my god.
a white cheddar Cheeto.
Sorry,
You
I
have
was
no
late
idea
for
how
work.
many animals.
There was a dinosaur orgy.
How do you do it?
Okay, so yeah, I did 8 damage. So while I see it just writhing in pain, I'm just sitting there waiting for my opening, and when I see its mouth lined up, I loose my bolt, and it just goes right down its throat.
All right. As you see the snake fall and die, as a bolt goes right through its neck, you want to go ahead and take care of your bonus action?
Yep. I'm going to go ahead and direct bolts from the grave at, I assume, the second one that was, probably 10 feet away from it? Just to the side?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Can I keep my previous roll for that one?
No, because you did a roll for your advantage.
All right. That's fine.
Oh boy.
I still get a +6 on that. So
Yeah. They're not terribly hard to hit as long as you don't roll 1.
I mean, yeah, they're natural armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I got a 19, so I hit them for sure.
All right.
It's going to take 2d6 plus 4 necrotic. It's going to take 15 necrotic damage.
All right. As you see the. Okay, I just want to make sure. But yeah, as you see like this dark aura start to surround them, you see little bolts of electricity here and there from your bolts of the grave as hits it, and you see it start to kind of produce blood coming out of its eyes and mouth as it is now bloodied. It is now Bjorn's turn. Bjorn, you got one of them 30 feet away, one of them 35, and the other one 35.
Well, I'll go for the one that I can hit at 30 feet away. Has that one been damaged yet?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one I just said.
All right. I'll run up and smack it with a battle axe.
All right, you do that.
Natural 20 plus 6.
All right. Cool. Roll your double die.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I forgot to say it was reckless, but I am raging. So that's 14, 15 battle axe damage.
Nice.
How do you do it?
I run up and smack it with my shield to stun it and like knock it back, and then I just chop its head clean off. And its
All
tongue
right.
gets severed too, and it goes like flying out of it, and it's really cool. And
Mhm.
we'll all just kind of go like, you just remember how cool Bjorn is, like just for a second.
Until you remember the brick that they left at the.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Rill, it's your turn.
All right, so I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on the one that's the healthiest looking.
Nice.
All
right.
So whichever one's closest to Bjorn, then.
So yeah, there's one that's about 35 feet away. If you step up, or actually, I don't know how far that range is on a guiding.
120 feet.
Yeah,
Cool. So you don't have to move. You can just cast it.
All right, I'm going to cast it at second level.
Hell yeah, dude.
That,
Does a 23 hit?
yeah, that hits. Oh Jesus.
I do 11 damage. Great.
As you go and cast Guiding Bolt, you see it burst into this brilliant light as you now have advantage on it. But as you do this, you don't quite do as much damage as you were hoping. So it is barely bloodied, but it's bloody.
I rolled 2 1s.
I rolled 2 2s and a 1, and then 2 6s.
I rolled 2 1s, a 2, a 3, and a 4.
That doesn't add up. I mean, still not bad. All right.
All right. It is now the snake's turn.
Oh, damn.
As first one comes over at you, Bjorn.
Yeah, I meant to say I made sure that when I rage, I yelled at the two that I couldn't reach, so that they'd see me as an enemy.
All right, cool. And they have advantage on you, right? Since you're.
Because I actually didn't. I said I forgot to say that I attacked recklessly, but I critted on my first roll, so I didn't really attack recklessly.
Nice.
Oh, okay, cool.
You can, but I never actually said it until after I rolled, so it doesn't matter.
Right. Okay, cool. Does a 17 hit?
No.
All right. And does a 19 hit?
Beats it, yeah.
All right.
Damn.
All right. I need these. Make a Constitution saving throw as one of the snakes spikes right into you. You're not immune to poison damage, are you?
I resist as long as I'm raging, which I am. I'm to all but psychic damage
Okay.
because of my bear totem.
Nice.
Con save. 13 on the con save.
Okay.
Nice.
That is barely enough. So you're gonna take half of that. So let's see. 13, half that is 6, and then half it again is 3 because that's poison damage. And then add 6 piercing damage, and half that is 3. So you take 6 damage total.
Awesome. That would have fucking
Yeah, that was going to be a nasty one, but
damage. 6. Barbs for
Yeah.
life.
That's ridiculous. But yeah, so you are not poisoned, but you did take some poison damage. And yeah, it is now Asher's turn.
All right. How close is the closest one?
30 feet. They are both right on
Bjorn.
Bjorn.
Okay, I'm gonna march up 30 feet. I'm gonna look at Bjorn, and I'm gonna say, I now want you to call me Dr. Bash. I take out my silver warhammer, and I'm gonna smush it.
All right, let's see you smush it.
It's not a great roll. Nat 20. God. It's the pumpkin shit. Where is it? You see it? It's
No.
the pumpkin.
Oh, okay. There we go. That's actually the one.
Oh, that's the one.
It'd be funny if it was.
This is great because I have negative strength, so I do 1d8 minus 1 damage.
Ooh, that's not
Why are
good.
you even doing this then?
For aesthetics.
Dr. Trash.
7, 6. That's 13 minus 1. So I'm going to do 12.
You can just do 12.
A gentle 12 bludgeoning damage.
Is this the one that Rill shot? Yeah, it is.
I guess.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay, how do you do it?
Like I said, I want you to call me Dr. Bash. I don't even take my eyes off of Bjorn as I like come down and like some blood splatters on my face, and I'm still maintaining eye contact with Bjorn.
As yeah, you bring the hammer down and crush its skull completely. Because there is now one more left. It is now Jerry's turn.
Okay, I just rolled a quick 24 for perception. Does Asher have another erection?
Not an erection, but you do see that his nipples seem to be hard as they're kind of poking out a little bit.
I'm good with it. Okay, so there's one snake left, and it's right by Bjorn, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
This one's untouched right now.
Okay, cool. All right, so I am going to, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna come up about 5 feet. Because, what, 5 for me if it's just in front of Bjorn?
Yeah. So you have sneak attack on it.
Nice.
Yep. But Bolts from the Grave does more, so.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Because they're both 2d6, but Bolts from the Grave gets my modifier.
Okay.
But I have to be within 30 feet.
Right.
All right, 17 hits, right?
Yes.
Nice.
All right, so hit it with the crossbow. All right, takes 11 damage from the crossbow.
All right.
Now I come at it with my purple drink attack. Does a 13 hit it?
Barely. Yes.
All right, so I get it with some water sugar purple. 2d6 plus 4. That's another 9 damage, so it takes a total of 20 damage.
All right. How do you do it?
Okay, so I come up, I drop to a knee, I shoot, and right after I shoot, the little laser comes out and it goes and envelops the bolt, so they strike at the same time. You hear just like a stormtrooper blaster shot go by. Except I actually hit, unlike a stormtrooper.
Nice.
All right. Yeah. So you guys dispatch the snakes. Save yourselves 2 hours by cutting through this fast. And by sunset, you guys are at the mouth of the rat trap.
Looks like we're camping for the night, boys.
I'll get my dwarven auto grapple ready.
Nice.
All right. Do you guys want to do anything to set up for the night?
Oh, we're camping here.
I'll set
If you
alarm.
want to, I don't know.
I'll set the alarm spell.
Okay, so you
I'll
got an
speak-
alarm.
I'll take
We can
first watch.
open to any nearby animals to see if they'll also give us a warning.
Give me a animal handling.
Oh.
And what were you going to say, Bjorn?
I'll take first watch.
All right.
I don't need to rest, so I can just stay up all night.
Well, then you can take all watches.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I don't need to sleep, and I did nothing to require a rest, so I'm just gonna stay up.
I rolled a 14.
Okay. You have a couple birds that come by, but it won't be as effective as alarm. But you do have a little bit of a bonus there. But yeah, so you guys settle in for the night, and nothing seems to happen in the first 4 hours that you guys take.
Well,
And
Robbie, can I spend an hour before we go to bed to cast Find Familiar?
sure.
All right.
As you
Nurse
see,
four.
Nurse 4 is birthed from Asher's rectum, and you guys are all very
Does he have to do
uncomfortable with
right in
that.
front of us?
What was that?
Does he have to do that right in front of us every time? Can he just go behind a tree?
No, he makes eye contact with you.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Oh, I'm aware.
As he's making eye contact, I mild earth a wall around him so we don't have to stare at him.
Thank you, Will.
That's
All
all
right.
right.
I'm just imagining the meme of the guy with like the vein popping out.
Oh yeah.
I'm imagining that guy
That's
just
me
for an
winking
hour.
at you guys.
And so yeah, nothing seems to happen in the second hour, or the second 4 hours. So you guys are able to take a successful long rest. We'll go ahead and call it there, mainly because I didn't plan too terrible much, and I'm really tired today. So
You're good.
I was like, man, we'll make it a short one. But all right, we'll get back to it Thursday.
The cave, we're level 4, right?
You're level
Yes.
3. Yeah, you're level 3.
We got to face.
Like you said, if it was experience based, we'd be there.
Yeah, I mean, if we were doing XP, you guys, based on the monsters that you fought, would be a much higher level. But if we were doing XP based, I would not be throwing those monsters at you, and I probably wouldn't be giving you the match that I'm giving.
Yeah.
Like an Odia.
So, yeah, you guys definitely wouldn't be anywhere near touching an Odiag if we were doing XP based. But yeah, so cool. I will see you guys Thursday.
See you then.
All right.
Let me know if anything changes or if there's.
All right, guys. Adios. Good night.
Later.
Bye.